All humans deserve to have enough to eat, right? But wild nature should be allowed to thrive too. So how do we balance the two? One in 10 people still suffer from hunger, and wild ecosystems are under threat. It's easy to see how these two things are in conflict because they both need space. We need space to build cities and to grow our crops. Wild animals and plants also need space. They need forests and grasslands and wetlands. They're their homes. So if they don't have that, obviously it's going to be a problem. So it's no surprise that habitat destruction is the #1 threat to global biodiversity. So what's destroying habitats? Now, my 11-year-old has been really concerned about the number of trees we have in our village. She thinks we could fit a lot more. And that's true. Urban environments have displaced a lot of nature. So how much? Let's look. What? It's only 1%. 1%. Looking at all the kind of places where plants can actually grow, out of all that space, we're only using 1% for cities. That's actually a lot less than I thought it would be. But wait, of course that's not all. So what about farmland? What? That's half. That's half of all of that. That's actually a problem. Clearly we're taking up loads of space from nature for farming. And then to think that we're going to be 10 billion people, and as we get richer, we tend to eat more meat-heavy diets, and meat is already taking up most of that space that farming takes up. So clearly there's an issue with farmland use. But wait, wouldn't we fix everything if we just take care of the pollution in agriculture? That's the problem that everybody's talking about, right? Chemicals, fertilizers and pesticides. That actually farming used to be a lot better, and if we could just fix the problems with the modern intensive kind of farming, then it will get a lot better, right? So let's see. Okay, so agricultural pollution does actually affect 3,000 endangered species. So clearly we should do something about that. We want to do better. But what about the huge bar just next to it? That's agricultural land clearing. That's threatening 13,000 species. So we should be more than 4 times as concerned for agricultural land use than we are for pollution. And wait, actually if we start cutting a lot in fertilizers and pesticides, often that leads to more land use, so that's actually making the big threat even bigger. So that wouldn't be good either, really. Actually, if you crunch the numbers and you look at the good old days of farming, if we would try to produce all our food today using the methods of pre-1960s agriculture, we would actually have no land left for wild nature anymore. No forests, no wetlands. Bye. Okay, so a shift to less efficient methods won't help nature if there won't be any of it left. So what can we do to fix this instead? We really have to move away from land-hungry agriculture. A big piece of this puzzle is diets. Let's just picture our diets in Europe and North America. If everybody in the world today ate the kind of meat-heavy diets that we have, we would, again, déjà vu, have no land habitats left for wild nature. Gone. Nothing. No forests, no grasslands. So there's clearly an issue here with fairness and sustainability of our diets. So we should do something to fix that. We can make better choices. We can make more nature-friendly diet choices. But that's not all. Really, our food system needs to improve. The impacts on climate and biodiversity are simply too high. And there's been a lot of research into how can we best save nature while farming a lot of food for humans to eat. And every researcher comes back with the same story. We need to do it using as little land as possible. For this, we have to go forward, not back. Modern farming methods, novel food technologies, and smarter diet choices are already making agriculture a lot less land hungry. We can do this. We can actually shrink our agricultural footprint. We can actually reverse that tide. We can free up land from agriculture. We can reforest fields. We can save wetlands. We can restore natural habitats. We can do it if we care about land sparing in agriculture. So to sum it up, we really need to shift our diets in the richer world. We need to stop looking at innovation as a threat and see it as something positive that can help us. We need to prioritize sparing land in agriculture to make more space for nature.